Welcome to the Next Dimension Podcast, your portal to an extended reality. Every week we talk about the hottest topics in XR and let you join the discussion live on MRTV. And now, get ready for another exciting episode coming up.
Hi and welcome to Season 4, Episode 1 of the Next Dimension Podcast. Your podcast that's all about VR, AR, and mixed reality. Woohoo! And with me here, the wonderful Tetiana from Disco VR. Tetiana, how are you tonight? Or this morning
great.
in the States, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm having my morning coffee. I'm doing
Okay.
great. How are you?
Perfect. I'm doing really well. I'm happy to be here, of course. The start of a new season. Why the start of a new season? Well, every season of the Next Dimension podcast has 24 episodes. I was kind of inspired by 24. Do you still remember the show? 24?
By 24.
Yeah. The agent,
Ah.
Mr. Bauer, you know? It's for old people like me who still remember it.
Oh, goodness. No,
It
but
was
I
like
know that all your shows have 24 episodes, but
Yeah.
was that the
It's like-
inspiration?
Yeah, exactly. Like every episode was like 1 hour in that show, and it was like one day. That's why it was called 24. It was a really amazing show. Yeah, old people, please say if you still know that in the chat, please. Yeah.
No, I'm sure that's not all.
So this is Season 4, Episode 1 of the Next Dimension Podcast. Yes, great. So for all of you who don't know yet about this podcast is live streamed on MRTV every Saturday, and well, we're also on all the podcast places. So if you want to listen to this as an audio podcast, you can, and you should do that probably on a Monday morning when you have to work, so that work will flow by faster. That would be good for you. And if you love this podcast, and if you would like to say, hey, cool that you're doing this amazing podcast, what you can do is you can leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. So get out your iPhone or iPad, open the podcast app, which is pre-installed, find us, and give us a 5-star review and tell other people why they should listen to this podcast. That would be fantastic. So today we have some interesting topics. So first of all, we're going to talk about Pico. There have been crazy rumors going around. And actually, I did hear about these rumors for quite some time already through my connections to China. And these rumors were like, okay, ByteDance will give up Pico at one point in time. And then today, my connections to China, my sources, they were like, okay, Sebastian, it's happening. And they sent me this link to this article that said like, okay, ByteDance is shutting down Pico, and we're going to go into this rumor, we're going to go into this article, and then we're also going to hear about what ByteDance has to say, because they said, no, this is not true. So yeah, the reports of Pico's death have been greatly exaggerated, but still, we have to look into this whole topic. Then also, we are going to talk about this here, the Quest 3. Again, this is just a too exciting topic. We want to hear, obviously, what Tetiana has to say about it, because last episode for our Quest 3 review, she wasn't there, but now she's there, and that's great. And we're going to hear what she has to say, and we're going to talk about the mixed reality apps that we like and that we have explored here already on the Quest 3, because that is really the new amazing thing. Well, next to being great at VR, like amazing at VR, this can now also do mixed reality. So, yeah, that's gonna be good.
We haven't discussed it together yet, have we?
We have not. We haven't discussed
There's
it
a lot
yet.
to say.
Look at this Bobo VR M3 Pro. Oh, it's so good, by the way. Yeah.
What's going on at the front of the
Oh yeah.
headset? What's that?
It is some kind of shell to protect it from evil
Oh.
things. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I will
Gotta
show it on the
protect
channel
Quest
soon.
2 with all costs.
Exactly. It looks kind of cool as well. Like makes it shine a bit more and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, Okay,
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Before we get into the topics, I want to hear, Tatiana, what have you been up to in the last 2 weeks or so since we last talked?
Well, I kind of lost myself in the Quest 3 really for as much as I could. I guess as much time as I could. I was spending it in the headset. It's pretty phenomenal. I know we'll talk about it more together, but yeah, honestly, there's not much that I've been doing other than jumping in and testing different features and putting up some videos on my channel because this is so exciting and I wanted to let other people know about stuff that I found out, some mixed reality games. Um, yeah, I gave away one Quest 3 so far.
Okay, good.
There's another one still coming. I think there's like about a week left until I've done that giveaway is finished too. So yeah, it's actually still going on. But yeah, other than that, working. SideQuest has been busy as well because we obviously want to be more in sync with Quest 3. SideQuest works perfectly well on Quest 3, and we want more people to know that, as there are so many new users
Right.
jumping into the VR field and buying Quest 3, we want to make sure that they know that SideQuest is the one-stop shop for all their virtual reality, mixed reality experiences. Actually, especially mixed reality, because um, we actually have a specific filter on our platform that says pass-through, and you
Ah,
go
okay.
through and look only through the games that have mixed reality modes or that were built for mixed reality from ground up. And I think that's really cool because I don't believe you can do that on the official store yet, but
Ah,
you can
okay.
on SideQuest. Oh, someone's asking, what is SideQuest? Thank you for asking
Perfect.
that. Now I can
Yeah.
give you my pitch. So, um, basically, SideQuest is a content platform that has all sorts of virtual reality games. And initially, it started as a platform where you can access some games that were designed by some developers that are not on the official store yet. That's why you can find really lots of cool hidden gems there. Early access games, games in beta, free demos, game ports of games like Doom, Castle Wolfenstein, Half Life, and also fan made games. So, for example, there's lots of kind of games that would never make it to the official store because they have like trademarks like Harry Potter or um, um, there was Attack on Titans. It's called Attack on Quest, one of the most popular games on SideQuest. So yeah, it started like that, but now we've kind of turned into a one-stop shop for all experiences, both official and not. We partnered with Meta to create App Lab. Maybe those of you new users might not have heard of App Lab. That's like an experimental store with games that are not yet on the official one, but they're already good enough to sort of go to the masses. And it was started because SideQuest has gained such a huge popularity, and developers wanted to showcase their games, and SideQuest gave them a platform to do that. Meta listened, and they allowed a more streamlined way to get those games so that you don't have to sideload them onto your headset, but you can actually get them from the store. Thank you for sharing the website. Yes, this is sidequestvr.com. I am a digital content strategist for SideQuest. You probably will see me on many of their tutorials and videos on YouTube and on the website. And yeah, just if you have any questions about that, feel free to join our Discord. And I'm feel like I'm doing a very big pitch for SideQuest, but
They are
but I
lucky to
honestly
have you.
want
Let's say it like this.
but I honestly want, like, I love the company, and I think that everyone does because they are independent from Meta and they're doing amazing work with it, fixing so many bugs that usually come with frequent software updates that often break everything, and SideQuest can just fix it. Anyway, I'm not going to take too much time about it. Just go to sidequestvr.com, follow us on YouTube, and you'll get lots of cool tips. Yeah, I will stop here. I will stop here,
Nice.
and we will continue with other topics. And you probably will find lots of different. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Oh,
I
no,
think
no, no. I have just no, no, no. I have just muted myself. which was not so
Okay,
smart.
that's yeah, because there was like a pause, and like,
Yeah,
oh,
like,
I
oh,
guess
oh
I
no,
have a
you are
stage. I can
you
keep
are alone
talking.
now. You can say everything you want. That is
Yes,
fine. Yeah, yeah.
this is
Okay.
anarchy.
Yeah. I just want to say, okay, I like this side by side thing. Very nice. Because
Yeah, not bad.
yeah, because I was just playing something. I was just I wanted to experience some more mixed reality apps, right? We're going to talk about mixed reality apps today, and I want to try one thing that was also heavily featured by Meta. It's they have this ad where this woman learns piano, right? So this app called Piano Vision is heavily featured by Meta, and I want to try it out. And I just before the show, I just tried it out. I just played it, and then suddenly in the tutorial, who teaches me how to use it? Tetiana. Like what? This is unbelievable. Like I was already like in my head, like okay, I will speak with Tetiana in a moment, and then she is there in the game. How does she do that? She is everywhere. Are you
I'm in
kidding
your
me?
head.
Yeah, really. Like wow.
I'm
Woo.
everywhere.
You're everywhere. Oh wow, what a surprise! That was so fun. So you did a great job to
Yeah.
to explain the game to me. You know, and and I loved it. It's so well done. You know, like I
Thank
cannot
you.
play the piano, but I was just setting up my virtual piano here directly here. It was great. The notes came towards me, and I thought it's so well done. Right, with the finger placement, they teach you which finger to use to hit the keys. So
Mm,
well done. And I loved it that
thank
you did the
you.
tutorial. So how did
Thank
that
you
come
so
to
much.
fruition? Tell me about this.
That was so exciting. That was probably the most exciting thing that's happened, in this VR field, like in a while for
Uh-huh.
me, because yeah, essentially, Piano Vision is a really cool app that has now it's now marketing itself not just as a game, like it's not a piano here or guitar here. It's an actual piano learning
Right. I
like
could tell.
experience,
It felt
right?
like
It's
that.
an
Yes.
educational. They
Right.
have an actual like experts that created this learning engine, memory engine, things that help you actually develop piano learning skills and bring them from VR to real world. So they really wanted to sort of market themselves like that. Back like maybe a year ago, I first discovered this app on SideQuest actually, and I mean I have a piano at home, but I've never like learned it professionally or anything. I just thought it's really fun to play a little bit. I kind of tried to teach myself, and when I saw this app, I thought that that was like the dream come true. Because yeah, you absolutely need to use augmented reality to learn how to play
It's
the piano.
perfect, really. It's just perfect for this mixed
Yeah,
reality stuff. It's genius. Yeah.
yeah, and back then it was just Quest 2, like this really crappy monochromatic pass through, and I still thought it was fascinating. So I made a couple of videos for them just because I thought the game was so great, and I wanted more people to learn about it. And I feel like I was literally the only one making those videos. I don't know, maybe not many YouTubers have pianos in their homes, but I actually had one and I could play it. So I made a couple of videos for them just to showcase them on my channel, on my social media, and they really took off. Like people enjoyed them. Then they asked me to maybe create a video showing how to upload their own MIDI files to the app, and I did that, and it also went well. So essentially, yeah, I kind of gave them a little bit of free promotion on my channel just because I genuinely thought that that was an amazing app. So
Cool.
I think that actually contributed to giving them the visibility they needed to be noticed by Meta, because people on some of my comments they were actually saying like this app would sell Quest Pro to me more than the entire Meta Connect last year,
Wow. Wow.
because
Okay,
that's an
developers
actual
out there,
practical use.
Tatiana can make it happen for you. Yeah, look
And
out.
so fast forward, 1 year later, they're the kind of the owner of Piano Vision, Zach, he reaches out to me and he says that they actually making it to the official store, which made me incredibly happy
Of
because
course.
the app is finally getting the recognition that it deserves. And he asked me if I would like to help them create the official tutorial for this game that would be in the game. And of course I said yes,
Yeah, of course.
because
Hello.
that's an amazing project, and he just enjoyed the videos that I made before about Piano Vision, and he wanted to contract me for that. And it just so happened that there were some like life circumstances that prevented him from creating a trailer. So he also asked me to create the trailer for the game, which I
Wow.
had very little time to do. I had only a week. But yeah, essentially the trailer that you see for this game and the in-app tutorial is made by Disco VR.
That's so cool. Congratulations. And everything is so well done. It's so professional. I love the tutorial. It just taught me the things, and it was just so nice to hear you. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is like
Yeah, I'm
a
there.
dream come true for you, probably, that you are in a game.
Yeah, it was fun. It's really fun, and I'm so glad that the people love the app too. And basically, the whole idea was to explain from beginning to end how to just get in there and play your very first song as easily as possible to make it the least overwhelming kind of experience, because they've added so many cool things in there, but for the first time user it might look a little like too much. So the tutorial is there to just provide the very basics of what you need to know to get in there and start playing. So I was very happy to do that, and I was really enjoying the experience.
Also, actually, it goes very well with your educational background. Let's say it. You have a PhD in education, or
in,
what exactly do
in
you have?
in educational technologies, so
Education.
learning
Yeah,
technologies.
that's exactly what this is. This is exactly what this is. This machine. It's
Yeah,
not just a
it
gaming machine.
is specifically in VR too. It's like I was researching VR for my dissertation and for most of my research work in PhD. So I'm an educator by
A
my
trade.
background is in education. Yes, I was teaching languages before the whole VR thing started. So definitely,
Nice. I like
everything
it.
that has to do with education, learning, training in conjunction with tech is my domain. So that was like a dream come true, and I would love to do that
Perfect.
more if the chance comes, and maybe I'll be actively seeking those opportunities. Who knows?
That is so cool. That is perfect. By the way, dear game developers out there, if you want me in a game, I'm here. Yeah, I'll do everything. I'll be the villain. I'll be the funny guy. I'll be the guy. I want into your game, and I will promote the game like crazy. Come on, put me into your game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. One other
Yeah.
cool things that I can now talk about it. I couldn't talk about it before, but I can now, is that because of this collaboration, I actually had access to Quest 3 a month before it was released.
What? That's unbelievable. Well, we were
Yeah.
talking here, speculating. You were like, "Oh yeah, I have it here on the table, like MRTV always has." Are you kidding me?
Well, it's not all I couldn't talk about it, and I didn't even use any of that experience for my like first impressions, because
Yeah, okay,
I
of
had
course.
a very, very early unit, like early developers unit, that I think it
Wow,
was sent
it's
to Zach
unbelievable.
back in March, and
Okay,
it's
well, in
different.
March.
So like the new one is better, like the visuals are better. There's a very
Okay,
bad, like screen door effect and mirror
okay.
on the developer unit. So you couldn't really, review that. It was
Sure,
obviously
sure.
just so that I could make the video and then I'm done with it and I send it back. But I did get to see like, pass through and try piano vision. So it was so fun. It was a lot of fun.
One funny thing. One moment. I just became promoted from the number one meta hater to a meta employee. This is so cool. Like 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 YouTube makes it happen. From the
It's
number one meta hater to the meta employee. It's amazing. Like, no, I'm
it's
not
one or
I'm
the
not working
other.
for any of the companies. Yeah, it's fun. It's
Um,
really fun.
yeah. Oh, someone says that
Let
some
me show it
people
again into the
already have.
camera.
It's good. It's good. No, it's a good headset, and it's interesting. Yeah, there are people who are in the Meta program. There are people who are not in the Meta Creators program. But so far, I haven't heard like a single person say that they hate the headset. But people
Me
are
neither.
more.
I haven't heard anyone.
Yeah,
Not
but people are.
anyone.
But if
What?
if people are scrutinizing those who might have some kind of association with it, or they may
Ah,
sound like they
okay.
have association with it, regardless of what the product is like. And I think that this is crazy because I'm a Meta partner creator, and last year when I
Yeah.
went to Quest Pro, I gave so much shit about it. Like I said everything I thought about that headset, and I was
Right.
honest in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Exactly. You are
And
great.
nobody's talking about that. Like nobody's
Exactly. I
talking
know.
about how
I know.
critical creators were, including myself, about a product that we
Probably.
genuinely didn't like,
Right.
or
Right. Right.
we saw that there was something wrong with it. I like Quest Pro, but I was open
You're right.
about
Actually, you're
yeah.
totally right. There
And
were
then
there was no hyping about the Quest Pro so
and
much, right?
then
From the creators, from the
yeah, and then
Meta ambassadors.
but as soon as they create a product that is genuinely amazing, and we are saying, okay, we think it's amazing, suddenly we are not being honest because we were giving the headset for free. I mean, come on. We get headsets for free because we are reviewers. We're
Yeah.
not just hyping everything we get for free. So it's a little bit of a double standard, which
Right.
essentially I don't want to bring too much light into this, but just want you to know if you hear about people saying something about meta partner creators about hyping Quest 3 too much, just go back to Quest Pro videos, which we also got for free. Absolutely the same treatment, absolutely the same
Right.
situation, totally different reviews, and that will be your answer.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And yeah, I also had the same feeling that you're not like overhyping it at all. It's a great headset, anyways. It's a fantastic
Mhm.
headset. And
I do think that maybe people overhyped Pass Through a little bit.
yep, actually, when I was first looking through it, I also thought like, okay, it's not so perfect. Like it's a bit grainy and stuff. But then I remembered also what you said here on the show, and you said, Sebastian, it's the best pass-through that you've seen in a consumer headset, and you were right. I was, yep, exactly. I think also said that in my first impression video. Like, okay, yes, it's better than Quest Pro, and I like it. I want to be here.
Yeah.
I want to be here. It is not perfect. There's absolutely room for improvement for the next Quest, for the Pico 5 or
Yeah.
whatever. But it's good enough that I want to be in mixed reality, and that is already cool.
And I think that's what people are missing from all of these reviews. And it is possibly it's our fault because look, we are in VR. We are so excited to see technology that's being better than what we've seen before because we have seen it all. And we
Right.
know what we can compare this to. So we were so excited because we know that this is the best that we've ever seen. But no one has ever said it's perfect. Like, no one has ever said this is the perfect pass through. It can never be better or it's 1-to-1. But I think that we maybe didn't take into account that many people will be trying Quest 3 for the very first time. Like, it'll be their very first VR headset. So hearing something like this is the best pass through we've ever had sounds like this is the
The best,
iPhone
like it's
15
perfect. Yeah,
camera
right.
quality. But it's
It's just like,
not.
yeah,
It's
it's really like,
grainy. It has
yeah,
distortions.
it's just
It's
like
all true.
we know how it has been before, while other people don't have that knowledge, and then they
Yeah.
will think like, oh, okay, but this is not as good as reality, right? And probably
Mhm.
the Apple Vision Pro will be much better, right? And then people will see what can be done.
Yeah.
But I agree, yeah.
So I probably would have made a bigger emphasis on that if I had thought about that. Because people just went on, they try for the first time, they see the
we
grainy and
It's
they
okay.
get disappointed.
We're all making our experiences in this headset review game. I also made these experiences a lot. Like when I was the first person in the world to get the Reverb G2. Yeah, I loved the shit out of it. It was a time where the Quest 2 wasn't even out there, and I simply loved it and let it all out. Then it's not the same for everyone, and that I learned
Yeah.
now. It simply is not the same for everyone. It might be perfect for me, but there will be a few people who have a different IPD, obviously, or something. So yeah. So it's interesting. We're still on this learning route together to find out what's the perfect review. But I still think we're doing a very good job here.
Yeah, you can't not be excited about it because you
Yeah.
see there's only 1 year between Quest Pro and Quest 3. 1 year.
Yeah.
And the difference is phenomenal. Like it's such a big difference in the pass through and in technology in general, I guess. But just seeing how much has progressed, I mean, we will get that perfect pass through. We will get
We
it.
will get it. We are on the
And
way to
sooner
it.
than
This
you
is a
think.
great start. for me, this is now really the start where pass-through is good enough to use mixed reality. Like I didn't want to, but now I want to do it, even though it's not perfect, and I'm using it. We will talk about
Yeah.
this. We will talk about this more later. But yeah,
Mhm.
so yeah, yeah, you got it first, the devices, and which is good for you. And you know what? What I did not want to do now, like I got it a bit later. Yeah, it's okay. What I did not want to do, make a video which says, "Oh, Quest 3, the first honest review or the honest review." I hate it. I hate this kind of stuff. When I see some people do it. You directly want to somehow point out that others are not honest, which I don't think is the right thing to do. You know
Some
what I mean?
people
You know
do
what
it
I
even
mean?
worse. Some people do it even worse. I'm not gonna say names, but there are reviews that say Quest 3 unsponsored review.
Oh, okay. That is tough.
That implying that others are
Yeah.
sponsored because the headsets was provided for free.
Right,
or
right.
or maybe they don't know better. Maybe they really think that reviewers are being paid.
Okay. I haven't seen that.
Meta really don't need to pay for anything. The Meta don't need to pay for reviews.
Yeah.
People will be buying them and reviewing them no matter what. But this is probably the worst one I've seen.
Okay, that one I haven't
Uh,
seen yet. But anyways, yeah. So no, because the thing is also like I'm also in this shoe normally. Like I get the stuff early, right? And then I do a review, which is like fair, right? Even though I get it early, and then people come after like it's publicly available, and then they do these reviews. Oh, the honest review. It's like, oh, come on, you fucker. Like, come on.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
people will decide to do what they want, how they want to do things. We can't tell them. It's a free, the internet is very democratic in that regard. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But we just
Anyways,
do what's best, staying honest to
this
ourselves.
this is great. This is really
Yeah.
this is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about it. I would love to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about Pico
W-
first?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah, right. Let's do
I was
let's
very
do
surprised I
exactly.
was very
But
surprised about that.
right, right. But let me for a moment talk about my week. I have not yet talked
Oh,
about
oh,
what I did.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
we
sorry.
just got
How
into
rude
this.
of me.
No,
How
no,
was
no,
the
no.
week, Sebastian?
Yeah, yeah. It's just I just gotta quickly go over it. So let me I made an unboxing of this here, the silver play button from
Woo!
YouTube, woohoo, which was cool. And yeah, actually, I had the silver play button sitting here in a box for like 2 weeks or so. So now it was time to get it out of the box, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yes, it's great. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
You should
Woohoo.
bring it closer to the screen
Yeah,
because you can
you're
barely see
right.
it. You
You're
should
right.
be like somewhere much closer.
Exactly. I'm gonna think about how to make it more obvious, or I should shine some light on it so it reflects or something, something like this. Yeah, that
Holy
was great.
Grail. Oh.
Yeah, it's. I'm so happy to have it. And then, other than that, I was doing video on this here, of course, the Quest 3. I was checking it out as a PC VR headset, like wirelessly streamed, and it's great as well. It's just such a good headset, also for streaming. So can you use it as a PC VR enthusiast and be happy about it? Even like replacing your Reverb G2, for example. And I come to the conclusion that yes, you can, especially if you have a 4090 PC, then you can super sample it in a way that this will just look amazing. And then yes, you have a PC VR headset that can even look better than the Reverb G2, so it is an upgrade. But what I came also to the conclusion that if you still want to invest some more, if you're this super enthusiast who wants the best colors and even a better resolution, then there is still the Crystal and the Big Screen Beyond, which will still look better, right? So, right, yeah, but
I actually
right?
agree with that. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, right.
At first, I thought it wouldn't be the case, but yeah.
Well, that would be tough, right? But yes, so that would be tough for Big Screen and Crystal and for Pimax if it was like this. But I came to the conclusion, yes, they're still better, but are they 3 times better because they're three times more expensive than the base model? For that, I came to the conclusion, no. but it's for enthusiasts. They will still want to have the best, right? So, yeah. But it's good that there is still room for these enthusiast devices. So that was the thing. Yeah, and then I did some more. I bought some things, some accessories, but the videos will come out next week. So, like for example, for this year, the Bobo VR M3 Pro, which actually makes this such an unbelievably comfortable headset. And I did not yet publish the video because right now you cannot buy it. It's sold out everywhere. So I'm holding out for this year for the review of the M3 Pro until you can actually buy it. So that will make more sense then. So yeah, very good. And then there's some other I bought some other accessories from Amazon. Yeah, I found out that I can buy Amazon things from the USA here and have them imported to Taiwan, and I don't have to even pay shipping if my order is above $60, which is very easy for me. So
Huh.
yeah, that's great. So finally, I'm back to my Amazon buying habit because in Germany I buy everything from Amazon. I buy it and then even on the same day or on the next day it will be there. So Amazon, I love that company. They are doing such a good job. And now finally I can go back to my Amazon buying habits even here in Taiwan right now. So good. Yep. So yeah, many more Quest 3 videos are coming up on the channel. And then also, yeah, I'm still working on Try My Tech, the Airbnb for tech gadgets, where you can simply check out hardware, VR hardware. So had some nice video up from one of the experiences, Ender's VR Kate. Hi, Ender, if you're watching or listening to this, greetings to you. Yep, so I'm in generally busy and happy, which is a good thing. So that was
Yeah.
my week. That was my week. So now we can get into the exciting things, the exciting topics. So let me change the view here. So this is the standard view, and now wait a moment. Let me just do something here. Oh, one moment. So yes, so let me share something with you guys. So I did hear some chatter, and I do have quite some good connections to China. I have some sources there, and they were telling me, oh, Sebastian, there's some rumors going around that actually ByteDance, the company behind Pico, is going to not keep on investing in Pico anymore. So ByteDance, for all of you who don't know, is a huge Chinese company, and they're the company that is doing TikTok. So it's huge. Basically, it's the Chinese Meta. And they had bought Pico a while ago, and they'd been investing in it. And the Pico 4 was the first headset that came out since the time that ByteDance had bought them. A great headset. I love it. Next year, the Pico 5 should come out, and there's some other headset that have been rumored, the Pico 5 Pro and the Pico 5 Pro Max, which is like a headset with a 4K resolution per eye and DisplayPort, like the dream of all PC VR fans. So anyways, these rumors, they were coming at me like last week. And then today, like another source in China was like Sebastian, this is real now. And this source, they shared this article with me. Let's go over this article. And this article, it's by Equal Ocean, and Equal Ocean is like a renowned publication in China. It's about investment. So the stuff that is on there, it is normally like fact checked, and they don't just put out any rumors because it will have some effect on people investing, right? So this is not just some stuff. This is like a real good magazine. So this came out, and it says ByteDance is shutting down Pico VR. Wow, crazy. Relevant sources revealed to Equal Ocean that ByteDance will gradually abandon the Pico VR. So actually, this is Chinese, right? And they also have the English version, but the English is not perfect. Just to let you know. According to the latest news on October 20th, relevant sources revealed to Equal Ocean that the person in charge of Pico recently went to Singapore to report to Zhang Yiming, the founder of ByteDance, and the feedback he received was that ByteDance will gradually abandon the Pico VR. The reason is that the hardware field of Pico is not what ByteDance is good at. So, so ByteDance is a software company, right? They're not a hardware company. The company's performance in the past few years had not met expectations. And well, that is publicly well known that they did not sell as many Pico 4s as they wanted. Not at all. Even in China, it is not like a huge hit, even though it has a very attractive price point. And the article goes on to say, and there is no hope for the future. Which sounds,
Wow.
which sounds a
That
bit crazy,
sounded
right?
so morbid.
This is
Very
a bit
morbid.
this is a bit morbid, especially since it doesn't make sense in my opinion. Because okay, Apple is coming out with the Apple Vision Pro next year. It seems to be the case that like the rising tide, which like lifts all boats. So it's a bit strange. Anyways, since the beginning of this year, the popularity of the metaverse has cooled down rapidly. ByteDance, Pico's and Tencent's newly established XR business line last year have reported layoffs. Yeah, that's true. Not only that, Meta, which started the metaverse craze, also announced layoffs. With the popularity of ChatGPT, capital and public attention have gradually turned to the field of AI. Now, that also does make sense, right? Everything is more about AI, and that is really some field that many will, of course, like invest in. And for a company like ByteDance, which does software, it makes sense that they also want to be in it. The VR industry, which has lost the popularity of the metaverse, will inevitably enter a period of distress. As large manufacturers invest a lot of money, personal energy, but have no effect, ByteDance's decision to gradually abandon the Pico business is understandable, says the article. Yeah, anyways, then it goes on to talk about the history of Pico and so on and so forth. Yeah, so yeah. That was kind of shocking.
Really
be
came as a
honest.
shock, especially since we have just talked about Pico 5 rumors.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
exactly.
Pico 5, Pico 5 Pro, Pico 5 Pro Max. There's already people saying how Pico 5 Pro Max is going to completely destroy Quest 3 and watch
Exactly.
out, Meta. Meta Quest 3 killer is coming. And then how come,
Yeah.
I'm thinking if it was to be true, if that was actually working for that, working out like like this, then maybe the reason could be, I don't believe it's AI. I don't believe the AI would be the reason, but I don't know. Pico is still a standalone headset, and it's competing with Quest, that has literally the largest standalone library in the world, and it's just so hard to compete with something like that. What I
Yeah.
hear from Pico
Yeah.
users is that they mostly use it as a PC VR headset. So even you or Steve said that
I
this is
do.
like one of the best
It
PC
is.
VR headsets
Yeah.
on the market. But that really limits the target audience. So
But
you're only limiting them to those who own a PC.
But it's not like they don't have like a good store. So the store actually is really good now. The store is really good, and actually it can compete now against the Meta store. And the stuff that is coming out on Meta, normally it also comes out on Pico. So that is like one thing where they actually have really done a great job at building the store from nothing. They had to they had to run to get to where Meta is, right? And they, in my opinion, they did a great job. Before we get deeper into it, so actually this was huge news, and then actually it came out that that Pico did respond to those rumors. Let me also quote Six Live here on his Twitter. So conflicting
Denying?
info. Do you see that? Pico has responded saying they are not shutting down. And it says ByteDance responds to rumors of Pico shutdown. The news is false. The company will invest in XR business long term. Right? So they have directly shot down this rumor, and hopefully it is true. I would say, like, if I would have just heard the first news, could make sense, because they were not successful. They weren't as successful as they have hoped for, and they did invest lots of money in it, and probably they were just like saying, okay, you know what, enough is enough. Let's cut it, and let's see that as a sunk cost, and that's it. And we move on to greener pastures. Yeah, but then on the other hand, also it would be strange to do that because they now like they have some market share right now, and they spend so much money to get that market share. It would be so strange to suddenly abandon it, especially since now the big player Apple is going to join the field in 2024, and if they then have no hardware at all, how to compete, right? So
Well,
what do you think?
we don't know if that market share justifies the expenditures that they have
Uh-huh.
on this field. So I think what Meta had, I don't remember the percentage of that market share, but Pico had maybe it raised from 4% to 8.
Right.
I think they had the increase, so that was better. But still, you compare 8 to like 60 of Meta, and I
Sure.
know they are not marketing in Europe and US that
And
much.
they are not in the US. They are totally not in the US.
I mean, that was the initial kind of surprise for all of us too. Like, why wouldn't you do that? You're literally, cutting that off,
Because they
that
are
huge
afraid.
market, because they're afraid. But what if it leads to the company shutting down? I mean, that was a big
Yeah.
risk then, and now if this happens, I wouldn't be surprised if a lack of that market is a big reason, because US is a very big market, and
US is
even
super
in the
important.
West.
Of course.
So
It's super important to be there. Agreed.
yeah, at the same time, I'm very surprised because I was like really looking forward to more news about Pico 5, and yeah, this is happening. People were talking about it. I thought I need to kind of keep a close look at that and have a good, idea of what it offers, and I hope it still happens. I mean, maybe those are internal conversations that were misinterpreted in some way. But I'm not surprised they're shutting it down too. That's not a good rumor
Yeah.
for them. Even if it's true,
That's a
I
bad
don't think they
rumor.
want I
That's a
don't think they
really
want people to know about this,
no.
even if it's true.
That is a
So
very, very bad rumor which will hurt them. Like like if that rumor is out now, and some people were definitely waiting for the Pico 5. They were not picking up the Quest 3, especially in Europe where the Pico 4 is out. They were not picking up the Quest 3 because they were like thinking, okay, probably the Pico 5 is better. But now with these rumors, they might think like, you know what, let's just get the Quest 3.
yeah, we want a headset that is supported by a strong company, and all the games that I invest in will not just disappear.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
yeah, huh? That is, yeah, yeah. It was a big surprise for me, honestly. This is going to be interesting to watch how it unfolds, but I think that this is going to be the end of it. Pico is going to shut down the rumor, and then they will be not talk about it anymore.
Yeah. But you know what? In my opinion, this is not really enough to shut down this rumor. This one Chinese thing where the ByteDance says, "Oh, it's not true." In my opinion, Pico now really has to come out strong with something. I don't know, some teaser trailer of the Pico 5 or something,
Yeah.
just to give a signal to everyone who probably because of that rumor now thinks, you know what, I am going to pick up the Quest 3 because it's not worth to wait for the Pico 5. Like I believe that right now, actually, the Pico 5 is absolutely developed. It's just waiting
Mhm.
there. It is just waiting there to come out. They have recently shown on the Chinese YouTube called Bilibili. They've had some reports of the Pico 5 controller. Everything was official. Some Chinese YouTubers went to the headquarters to check out the controller. Everything is just like pointing to Pico 5 release. So it is there. But with this rumor, obviously, it's really tough on the Western market to keep people from buying the Quest 3. So Pico, if you're listening to this, and I know you do, you have to come out now with a really strong signal. Tease the shit out of the Pico 5. Now you have to do it.
Do you think it's some kind of strange marketing stunt that would get them to
No,
people to
no,
talk about Pico?
no,
Because
no.
that's
This
not
is
a good
such
one if it
this
is. That
this
would be the
no.
bad idea.
Yeah. This is really not a good rumor. This is not made
Yeah.
by them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, I would be surprised. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you completely. The only way to really destroy these rumors is by showing them the brand new headset that is going to be the way we expected with the Pro and Pro Max models, show us the Quest 3 killer. Because honestly,
Yeah.
Quest 3 is absolutely dominating
Yeah, of course.
everything right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect that much hype. I
Okay.
thought that compared to Quest 2, this is going to be too expensive, maybe not as innovative because we've already have Quest 2 and people will just maybe keep buying that instead of spending more. But it seems like people are going crazy for Quest 3. And
Yes.
the hype might be reaching the level of Quest 2 hype, even maybe not in sales, because it's still more expensive. And people usually say, there's lots of people who say they can't afford it, and kids can't get it for Christmas as often as they did 3 years ago. Um,
Right, right.
but it did get more sort of excitement from the VR community than I thought.
It does get lots of more excitement from MRTV than the Quest 2. Like wow, this is so good. I'm shocked as well. I'm shocked as well. I didn't expect it to be so good. I saw all your footage and I thought, okay, yeah, this must be good. But that it's so good, that is crazy.
Yeah, well, I would love to talk to you more about it because mixed reality
Yes,
topic is a very interesting one.
good.
Because they're actually different. I think that there are two sort of main types of mixed reality apps. Some of
Okay.
them are true mixed. Some of them are okay. Let's talk about the first one. I would say it's more of augmented reality rather than mixed reality. It's the kind of app that uses your surroundings mostly as a backdrop. So there's stuff floating in front of you, and it's not really interacting with your surroundings. So the surroundings is not really a part of your experience. So it's not really a mixed reality.
Hmm.
It's more of a virtual reality elements augmented on top of your reality.
Okay,
And
give me
there's
an
the
example for that.
Demio.
Okay. Okay.
Demio.
Right,
So
right.
you
Yes.
have a board game in front of you and you
Exactly.
can
Yes.
see everything around you, but you're not interacting with anything outside of the game board.
Right.
But then the true mixed reality is the most exciting thing, but we don't get it as much.
Uh-huh.
First Encounters is the absolute best example. I've always
Oh.
wanted a game like that. And now we get a
It was
little
floating
demo.
here, floating in this room. It was floating. This
Yeah,
UFO.
so when it's actually using your room and the scene understanding features to interact with it, that's
Yeah.
when the magic happens. The
Mm.
problem is that I've heard that Meta is making it difficult for developers to make games like that.
They're making it
something
difficult.
about something about like access to the mesh features or something that it's just hard for developers to develop those kind of games. Maybe for indie developers, I'm not sure, but
Uh-huh.
just there is some kind of a blocker there, and that's why we get more of augmented reality apps rather than mixed reality ones.
Oh,
Now,
really interesting.
another example of mixed reality game will be the oh, what is that? Stranger Things.
Yeah. Yeah, that looked
That
that
one
looked
will
good. That looked
actually,
really good.
yeah, that one will actually like also break through your walls, and like the upside down will be crawling through your space. But yeah, what do you think about it? Do you think that it is a problem that we don't get that many games that actually interact with our surroundings the way First Encounters and
Hmm.
Piano Vision do?
I I think that this is going to come more and more. I believe that the game developers now just see the potential. Like with the Quest Pro, nobody was really excited about it, just like me, and probably some saw it. And the games that make use of it now, they saw the potential directly and use the Quest Pro to make those games for the Quest 3 now, where they really use it, right? Like Aspire 2, for
Hmm.
example,
Yeah.
these kind of cool things. And yeah, I believe that now that the game developers see how much we consumers are actually excited about it, like sharing all that mixed reality stuff to Twitter and to YouTube shorts and whatever, I believe that they do see the potential also for their own games to make some more money out of it, right? To add some
Hmm.
mixed reality experiences and so on and so forth. So I'm right now, I don't feel that, oh, it's a problem and that we're not getting enough of that. I'm sure we're going to get more. and I'm already excited about the ones that we have, right? So
Mhm.
so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just like it's a new era right now because
Yeah.
this finally gives me what I want. And even though like we don't interact with our room exactly like in the first encounters, for me it's also fine just to see the reality in pass through and just have like a floating screen. I love
Mhm.
it. I told that yeah, in last week already to Steve. I enjoy it so much. Like for example, I can lie on my bed and I have this huge floating virtual desktop screen in front of me, and I'm playing a 2D game or I'm watching Netflix on it, and I can still see what's happening around. Like my wife is floating around doing something, and it's it's just like it is just like the mixed reality future that I've always dreamed about because I love
Mhm.
the technology, and so many other companies have promised us that. You know, like a Magic Leap,
Mhm.
they have promised us that in cool teaser trailers that looked exactly like what we can do now with this Quest 3. So I am freaking excited also about the apps that would simply have our background, our actual reality in pass-through mode, and some virtual stuff within it. Loving
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So you're excited about augmented reality then? You're
Yeah.
excited about just having virtual objects
Yeah.
on top of your reality, just
Yeah.
kind of floating there.
Floating
Mhm.
there. Yeah, or augmenting something that will happen for sure as well. Like some filters that we can put onto the people that will appear and pass through. I've alluded to this last time already when we talked about it. So yeah, lots of amazing things are coming, and this is the first step. And if we watch this in 5 or 6 years, we're going to laugh about this form factor, obviously, right? We'll think like, oh, look at what they have been wearing, this huge thing. Now it's just like this, or like the immersed visor, something really cool, right? But right now,
Mhm.
I am excited about it. And
Mhm.
I'm actually using it. Like I mentioned, I'm using it for this use case where I have this huge screen floating above my bed to watch some movies. But I have now tried out something really interesting. I've tried if I can really work with it. Have you tried it with immersed, for
Mhm.
example?
No, I haven't not. I have
Okay.
not yet. No.
Oh, you should do it. It is so cool. So I have recently bought like a bigger screen here for my office, like 27-inch, and I was so proud. Like, wow, I have a huge screen. I thought, and I have another smaller one here, so I have like a two-screen setup. And now what do? I download the Immersed app, which is for free and not sponsoring this podcast, unfortunately. Renji, what's going on? so, so like yeah, and then I simply downloaded the app Immersed here. Had to download some app for the Mac. I'm using a Mac here, and then they were communicating with each other, and boom, I had like three huge screens floating in front of me while I'm having the pass through there. And I can position the screens wherever I want. The resolution is good enough. It's like really good now. Even on the Quest 2, it
Mhm.
was acceptable, but now I can really work here. I can absolutely work here. And it was just fun to have these screens. Also, in terms of the delay, it was not as bad at all as I thought it would be. And I was just using it wireless, and you can even
Mhm.
get less delay if you use it wired. It's so good and it's free. And yes,
Wow.
you can work with it. So I'm going to make a video about it since I was just so blown away. And the great
Uh-huh.
thing is, like, okay, my eyesight is fine. It's totally fine. But there are people who have like eye illnesses, right? Like a macular degeneration, where in the spot where you should normally see the sharpest, this vision is going away, right? And for those people, that they can make like a huge screen, this is
Mhm.
like a game changer for them. They can
Yeah.
finally work again, and they can do everyday
Mhm.
things with this huge screen. So everyone out there, if you know any person in your social circle who has like an eye disease, like this macular degeneration,
Mhm.
just tell them to buy the Quest 3. They can make huge virtual displays and they will be able to work again. It's such a moving game changer. It's like I feel really moved that our favorite technology can do something like this for them. And yes, right now you can work with this. It's amazing. Please try it out. You will love it.
That's great. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, yes.
And did you also use the immersed to play games on your PC as well?
I haven't tried it yet. This one I've just worked now. I was just editing a video, which was like so nice.
Oh
Um,
wow.
but I did play with virtual desktop. Yes, I did it, and it's like
Oh,
yeah. It's great. It's
so
yeah.
when you do the immersed, work with immersed, do you pair your keyboard to your headset, or do you just everything's connected to your computer? You're just using your headset as an
Every
extra
exactly.
screen.
I'm just exactly sitting here with the headset on, and I'm using my standard keyboard. Look at this beautiful keyboard. Oh, it's great.
Hey, why are you flexing your keyboards here?
Yeah, but here, look at this beautiful keychron. And yeah, also I'm using my mouse. And the thing is, the pass through is good enough that I can just see my keyboard. I don't even need my keyboard to be mapped in virtual reality, which this app can also do. But I don't need it. I just use the pass through, and it's so cool. So wow, like yes, so many things are happening with this mixed reality stuff, with that cool pass through. Yeah, so $550, no, $500 for this. This is like a frigging steal.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to
not
use it like
waiting for
that.
Meta.
People are using this in crazy ways now, actually. People
Yeah,
are really using Quest 3 as AR glasses, which I don't even know if Meta
yeah,
intended it to be like
that's
that
so
yet.
fun.
Because you can literally wear your Quest 3, open a browser, and type in like whatever cooking recipe you need, then go to the kitchen and start cooking with that recipe being right in front of you,
Yeah.
or a YouTube video.
Wow.
And there are people who already done this, and this is actually something I want to do. I want to try using Quest 3 for like everyday stuff like cooking, with a recipe or a video being right in front of me, and
Yeah,
see
that's
if
great.
it's actually good enough for me to use a knife
I do
and
believe
to
so.
make a decent meal. So that would be so cool.
Yeah,
Because
because you have like it's depth correct, so it's much better to use the knife, right? So if you were using the Pico 4, which is not depth correct, you would be like in jeopardy of cutting your fingers.
no,
So
no, no, that's
no.
terrible. Yeah, that's very bad. Everything is so flat. I've never seen such a flat pass-through in my life. When a Pico's looked good, but
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
like
It's
a
true.
flat
It's
picture.
it's just it's just one
Freaked me
camera.
out.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
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 Do this video.
Yep.
Honestly,
I will.
I was also thinking about making a funny video. Like Brad made this funny video going to Disneyland, funny, super funny. And I was also thinking I should walk around with this through Taipei. It's like it's just buzzing with life, the city. Like the night markets are
Yeah.
crazy. And then I would just walk there. Yeah.
Nice.
I was
I
thinking
had an
about it.
idea. I also had an idea to make like a social quest experiment,
Uh-huh,
where I
uh-huh.
would wear Quest to Walmart to do
Yeah.
some shopping there,
Oh wow, yeah,
and just see
that's
see what
I
people
love it. I love it.
think about that.
Yeah.
Because I can have my shopping list in front of me, and I can, search
And then you
online
can
where the aisles is for the stuff that I need to find.
right. And then you can
So
record everything from your point of view. It's freaking
yeah,
funny. And then how the people look at you like, wow, what's going on with this lady?
yeah, I'll just have to convince my husband to come with me and look like an idiot
Yeah,
recording me, because
exactly.
I
Same
would
with my
want to
wife. Yeah.
also have, yeah, I would also want to have like a third person recording of
Of course, of course. So I
how
also have to convince
how
my wife.
yeah, how weird I would look. It's a little scary to do something like that, but it's just I really want to do it because it's gonna be fun. Like life is too short. You gotta do silly things like that.
Yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, but it's good. It's good enough. Yeah, and why not? We are really enthusiasts, right? So if some magazines which are not as enthusiastic as us will name us glassholes, so then they will do that. I don't care about this. I'm excited about this technology, and I'm glad that we are all here. All the people, all the 183 people who are watching this right now live, we're all enthusiastic XR enthusiasts. Yeah, so I love it. I love it. So yeah, why not? Why not? As long
Yeah.
as more people will see what you can do with this and that it's actually fun to use it, I love it.
So, have you come up with any issues with your Quest 3 so far?
Um, let me think really hard about that. Wow, issues. Yeah, well, the battery life is really not so good. Yeah, so
Oh
that's
my God,
why
it's terrible.
it's
It's
bad. That's
pretty
why here
terrible.
I have this here. That makes everything better. The Bobo VR M3 Pro. Also, not sponsored by Bobo. Bobo, what's going on here? So, anyways, this kind of saves me a lot.
Well, let me ask you, how much have you noticed anything about the Bobo VR battery life?
I have actually talked to them about it. Like I've asked them how good is this? Because this is actually the old battery, right? This is the B2. It's called B2, the battery. And they
I know.
told me that
Trust
it's
me, I know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they told me it can recharge the Quest 3 80%. So it is not like a full charge. So this will probably give you like 1.5 hours more, depending on how much you use it, right? So the Quest 3 is just using way more than the Quest 2. So if on the Quest 2 the Bobo could give you like 2 hours more, now it's less. That is one thing.
It's actually, my experience has been way worse than that, and I'm not the only one.
Well, how much
You
is
can
it
look
for
it
you?
up. There's quite a few people online that are really complaining about the Bobo VR battery just
Okay,
being drained within, I don't
right.
know, like 30 minutes or so. And that has
Oh,
been my
30 minutes?
experience.
Oh, really? Wow,
It all,
okay.
it all
That's
depends on what kind of apps you're using, I guess, but
right.
they go out fast.
Okay.
And that is a shame because I've really relied on them for hot swapping batteries for my gaming. But first of all, my headset, I think it only lasts for maybe an hour and a half. It doesn't really reach 2 hours. And then this
Right.
thing can't keep up with it either. So with
Okay.
a headset battery and this thing, if I reach 2 hours, I would be lucky.
Okay.
With the I think pass through is what the
Pass-through is like
most
sucking
draining.
the energy out of it like crazy.
So I think that is a big problem actually, because if Bobo doesn't come up with better batteries for this, then we are screwed. Because we will want to spend a lot of time in our
Yeah.
quests, and especially in pass through and working and cooking and whatever, but we can't. And then the only solution so far we have is the official battery, because obviously they know their power consumption and they can extend it natively. But the batteries that were designed for Quest 2, they're just not good. And that was a big
Well,
disappointment for me.
okay.
And
That is,
and I'm sure
if
for
it's
everyone.
30 if it's 30 minutes only, well, okay. That would be bad. So yeah, I will also do it then. I will also like try to completely drain them. Like
Yeah.
I have the thing
I'm
is
really
like
curious.
I have so many of these, so I can just easily swap them all the time. But yeah, I will also do that long test. So the official word I got from them is 80% charge of a full Quest 3.
Yeah. So
Let's
you
see.
can try it, you can test it in different apps and see how it works. But I've noticed it's really much shorter. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? Why
Yeah,
am I
it
running
is.
out of I've never run out of battery in my Quest 2, and on
It's
Quest
sucking
Pro
it.
it's just out like
It's
light.
very energy hungry. Absolutely, no question about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, well, okay, so I'm coming from the Pico 4, right? Like the Pico 4 has been my daily driver and I loved it. And I must say that the binocular overlap is not as good as in the Pico 4. So I can tell that, okay, it's not 100% at all. So if I look to the very left and very right of the screens, I can tell that they don't overlap anymore. Right, so if you see that on the very right and very left, you see that suddenly the colors are not as strong anymore, or it's not as bright as in the middle. That is because the pictures don't perfectly overlap 100%. So that is something that I saw. However, it is not as bad as in the Quest Pro. For the Quest Pro, that was my major gripe that I had with the Quest Pro, and I really didn't like it because the binocular overlap was really not good enough in my opinion. But here it is it is better. So that is like a little gripe that I have.
Mhm.
But it's not an issue. It's not a big issue really for me now.
So, what do you think about the field of view? I know we talked about this, and I
Yeah.
told you that I wasn't really impressed by that too much.
For me it's really good. Like
Yeah.
I must say, like I'm I have the perfect VR head, it seems. Like I can nearly in every single VR headset that I own, I can max out the FOV. So when I put it on, I directly felt like, okay, that is really nice. So even more
Hmm.
than the crystal I felt. And then I have measured it in this measurement app, and I got to 106 degrees horizontally, which is like a fantastic value. So for me, this is a really really good um, FOV. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I tried it like side by side with Quest 2, and I would just look at the how much of the environment I could see in Quest 2 and how much I could see in Quest 3, and it was just a tiny bit more.
Oh really?
Wouldn't
Okay,
really say it was like
okay,
a game changer. It really felt like a very standard Quest FOV, definitely less than Crystal for me.
okay. Yeah, probably I'm like just like super close to the lenses for some reason because of my head. So I see more. Like like I see easily more than I see on my Quest 2, but I also did not really pimp out my Quest 2. I was using the original facial gasket for the Quest 2. Well, I knew that actually I could get even more if I would use some VR cover or whatever. So
Mhm.
I think it depends on that as well. Yeah,
All right.
but yeah, I'm really happy. And now I have those lens inserts, so I don't have to wear glasses in the headset, which is it's just like so good as well. The audio, I like it. Yeah,
What
yeah,
about the
really.
microphone?
Oh yeah, that was disappointing though. Yes, that was disappointing. That one I didn't like it at all.
Really?
Yeah, that one like I did when I was using it as a PC VR headset. I was using the internal microphone. I have not yet used the internal microphone to record standalone gameplay. Probably they're using some other codec to store it. But when I was just using it in streaming mode, using AirLink, it really sounded like an
Oh,
HTC
okay.
microphone.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that was not so good.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I tested it just native recording, and
Ah, how was
coming
it?
from
Was good?
Quest Pro, it was awesome. Yeah, it was
Okay,
very
wow.
good,
So probably
especially
it's
compared
it's
to
yeah. Okay.
especially compared to Quest Pro, because I remember I played a
Ah,
game, I think it was Surgeoneer, and I just played it and put the video on my channel, but I also played it to test the microphone because I was using the Quest microphone to record it. And it was horrible. I kept hearing the aspirations every time
oh,
I
okay.
made like poo sound or something.
Yeah.
So much noise. At some parts, you can't even hear what I'm saying because there's so much aspiration noise going on.
Hmm.
And then I
Pop
recorded on
noises.
Quest 3, and it was just
Okay,
much
cool.
better. So
Okay.
at least in
So,
that, if you are a content creator, you want to record yourself, you want to record your voice on Quest 3, it sounds good. It
oh,
sounds really
perfect.
good.
That is good to know. That is good to know. Since I also had heard something just like that, that if you actually record, it's fine. But if you live stream, if you just stream, if you are on a PC VR streaming, like using
Hmm.
Airlink or Link, then probably they have not done enough software processing
Probably.
on the signal, and therefore it sounds bad. Good to
Yeah,
know.
because
Good to know. Okay, good.
yeah, because the microphone is good. It can perform
Okay,
well.
perfect. Perfect. That's
So
good.
it must be done better.
It would be strange if the microphone was worse than in the Quest 2, because I can remember in the Quest 2 it was fine. I didn't have issues with the Quest 2 microphone. So it would be strange if everything is better but the microphone sucks. There would be like an HTC move. but
Mhm.
but yeah. So what are your thoughts about the lenses?
I mean, I love being in VR in this headset so freaking much. It
Yeah.
feels so easy and so like such a little strain on the eyes. Like I don't feel tired when I'm in VR using Quest 3. It feels so good. The sweet spot is just the entire screen, like it's edge to edge clarity for
Truly.
me.
It truly is.
So, so good. I couldn't believe how sharp, you can't see the pixels there. Everything just looks smooth. And that's when the quality really reminded me of Crystal, but really only
Okay.
on only with standalone games. With
Right.
PC VR, there's still a lot of compression, and you really it doesn't look so good when you're playing something that has a lot of space and at far distances. You really see that pixelation. It doesn't look as well as Crystal,
You
but
can
with
super sample
standalone,
though if you have like you could like super sample a lot and then it looks really good, but still not as good as the display port. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
But the standalone games is just man,
Wow.
incredible, just so incredible. And it's very important for mixed reality experiences too to have those high quality augmented objects like on top of your real world that also looks great. I'm in love with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. I wear it. I You know how we were talking about PlayStation VR 2 kind of bringing people into VR.
Yes.
I thought that would bring me into VR, but didn't really happen. Quest 3
Right.
is gonna bring me back to VR and
Wow.
MR.
You're totally right. I must exactly like this. Truly like this. I want to play. I really want to play now. Like just before this, I simply wanted to look into more games. And of course, what did I check? Red Matter 2. And it's like, what? It is so sharp. It just looks on PC nearly, I would say. It's
Oh,
just it has this super sharpness. It has these amazing lights. It just looks so sharp. I can't believe that this is happening on a standalone headset that I can bring anywhere and that is not being like powered by my 4090 or by my PlayStation 5. No, everything is here. It is
mhm.
so freaking amazing. Are you freaking kidding me? Like
Yeah.
I'm also in love. It's like a
We're
oh
all in a honeymoon phase a little
yeah.
bit now.
Yeah, we
A
are, we
month
are.
later, I'll be like, okay, this is what's wrong with it. This is what's wrong with it. Maybe we'll have battery solution by then, though. But
I'm I
yeah, as
still
of
I still think this is not bad.
you're
Yeah,
good
I'll
with
have to,
that, okay.
yeah, yeah, because I have many of them. you know, I
So
I can just pop them in like okay, come on, later on.
So my Quest 3 downstairs right now, but something that I really recommend people use if if they don't want to buy a Bubble VR head strap or if they're okay with a soft strap, they actually sell this little, I think it's B2 kind of mount
Ah,
that
okay,
has like
perfect.
Velcro straps that can
Yes,
attach to any strap. And then all you do is just you attach it to your soft strap and you
perfect.
have your extra battery anywhere you go
That is so
and
great.
you can I like Bobo VI head strap, but I actually find the stock strap very comfortable compared to the stock strap on Quest 2. So I don't mind using it because I like how light it is and small. I don't like how bulky Bobo VR is.
I totally get it. And you know what? Like this, you can lean back. You know, lean
Hmm.
there, or you can lie down in bed and stuff. So yeah, I get it. I honestly get it. So
Yeah.
also, if I want to bring this to the airplane, this is a bit hard to bring. So
Yep.
I'm also keeping the soft strap. I have it here under my table,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
there's everything under the table. So yeah,
It's a magic table. It has
it's a
all the
magic.
VR technology.
Yeah, right. It's cool. Yeah, but let me find. Let's see what else is there. So I bought some other things that I'm going to review, like a cheap like a bag stuff. Like there's lots of things on Amazon which are like way cheaper than the originals. Like this bag was like $20 or something, and then the original is like 80, and I don't think it's gonna be a big difference. So there's lots of potential to save money when you go for third party, right? So yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think. I mean, those accessories they look and feel great. Like the charging station feels great, but it's just so much
It
money.
it is
So much money.
expensive. It is expensive. So did you buy or did you get the charging station? Do you have it there? How is it?
Yeah, I have a review unit. It's still
Ah,
there. I
perfect,
still need to
perfect.
review it, but
How is it? How is it? Tell us about it.
it just feels premium.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
so
that's how
premium.
they get us, right? That's
It
how they
makes
get
you
us.
feel good. It makes you appreciate this technology
Yeah, I
because
know, I
it's
know.
so nice. Wireless charging, they're sitting right there. You don't have to use, like with the Quest 2 controllers, you don't have to put them like this on the ring, like back upside down, because the controllers don't have a ring. You can still put them very comfortably in there, so you can like grab them from the charging station very comfortably. Um,
So
yeah,
the
it's just
controllers will also be charged.
yeah.
How does this magic work?
I mean, I believe you just have to change the battery in there into something that will be charged magnetically. So
Ah,
you
yeah,
replace
okay.
certain
Oh, you have
part in
to.
the
Oh,
controller.
you have to replace something. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it
That makes
comes. Yeah,
sense.
it comes in the box, but yeah, it makes it better if you don't want to change those batteries every once in a while. I am. They had something like that with Quest 2 as well. I think like third party
Ah,
chargers.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the one that you see glowing right here. Do you see this glow?
I
That's
see.
actually a charging station for the Quest. So my
Okay.
controllers are also just sitting there and they're charging wirelessly, but that is a third party one. And they did the same for the official one this time.
Right. Okay, cool. It's a great idea. Yeah,
Hmm.
that is really premium.
Yeah,
But
makes me
honestly,
feel good.
how often do you need to really exchange the battery? If you would only need battery, the power consumption is so freaking optimized. It feels like you could use that for 2 years.
At least the controllers.
obviously,
If
obviously
only
only
the
the
optimize
control.
the headset like that.
Yeah, well, that would be good. But obviously only the controllers. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but amazing. What is your favorite game to play so far on Quest 3?
Um, wow. It's like
Mixed reality, maybe?
right now, I'm just like hopping from experience to experience, just to see them. I didn't even really dive into a game to fully play it. I'm just
Mhm.
going here and there. I believe I really want to play Red Matter 2 just because it looks so amazing. Like I've seen it also on the PSVR 2, which looked fantastic with those blacks, right? But it's just so fascinating for me that you can have everything here in this device. So I'm probably going to go into that. Yeah, but
Mhm.
mixed reality, I love to try that out now with apps that I even before would never. Oh, they would not excite me as much, like Cubism.
Mhm.
I've mentioned that before, this Tetris
Mhm.
game, right? But now,
Mhm.
since I can play with it like here on my table in front of me, it is just so much fun. It is just cool. So that is
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah. What about you? What is your favorite thing to do now?
Um yeah, I like being present in my space for sure. I definitely it's
Right.
just such a different feeling. So one game I can definitely recommend you try in actually both virtual reality and mixed reality is table tennis, 11 table tennis. I-
Okay. What is
It
now special about it? You can also
well,
play it in mixed reality now.
yeah. They have it's like you can change your environment into your mixed reality, but you still have a full size tennis table in front of you. And so this is what's cool about it. You can play online with other people, and you see like the little meta avatar on the other side of the table.
Right.
You can play with someone online, but that person may be even in your room. So, for example, I was playing with my husband, and we were in our living room, and it's kind of cluttered because we have a baby and we have like an ottoman in the middle, a table, and a chair. So there's not a lot of room in the living room. Definitely not enough room for a table tennis game. But we could position ourselves on the other sides of the living room and put the virtual table between us.
That's freaking
So in
amazing.
VR, I can actually see him at the other side of the table, and I can see everything. We were watching a football game, on the TV while playing table tennis. That was
Okay.
so cool.
But how was the delay? There must be some delay involved.
Well, he was, it was just an avatar. I saw his avatar, and he was
Right.
like behind the avatar too, because he was like avatar was overlaid the
I
actual
get,
person.
I get it. So I was wondering, like, was there a delay? Like when your real husband moved, did the avatar move a bit too late?
Yeah. No. It was
No?
perfect. It was
What? It
perfect.
was perfect?
Okay, I'll show you the video. Yeah, it was perfect.
Oh wow, that
Like I can see the hand move and my the avatar moved and my husband's hand moved. It was absolutely in sync. So that's why I'm like stand a little bit
that
to the
is
left, and
incredible.
because it doesn't support shared space. So we just I
Oh,
think it doesn't. I didn't look, but I just kind of positioned him exactly where his avatar was,
I love it.
so that I also was matching for him and he was matching for me, and we were like standing in the exact opposite sides of the living room with a table
That
tennis.
is
Yeah,
perfect. That is wonderful.
so good.
You know, I wish there was games which would use that shared space feature. I was actually on Twitter and I was just asking people, hey, can virtual desktop probably support that? Because, I have that huge virtual desktop screen floating over my bed, right? And I would like to put Quest 3 on my wife's head, and then I would want her to see the same screen, right? Because
Mm.
now it's like not a shared experience.
Mm.
So that would be so good if virtual desktop would support it. But Guy Godin said, no, that's not on his roadmap. He's not going to do it. So
Oh,
then people said like on Twitter, oh no, it's called X, on X. They said like, okay, the big screen. Actually, big screen is the app to do it, and I agree with them. Right, big screen is that social app that would allow you to watch movies together and so on and so forth.
yeah.
So, dear Darshan of big screen, please make it happen. Make this mixed reality update for big screen so that I could position that virtual screen anywhere in my house. And if my wife puts on my second Quest 3,
Hmm.
please make her see the same screen so that we can watch a movie together,
Yeah.
right? Makes
I
sense, right?
think those shared experiences are very, very important for mixed reality because right now that is one of the things that makes it a little bit of a solo experience for me.
Right.
Whenever you set up something in your room, like those augments that Zach was talking about, decorate your room with different kind of stuff. If no one else can see it, then it's not
Right.
as much fun, right? If you can't share your mixed reality experiences and the
Exactly.
position of those things are not safe, then yeah, it's just not as fun. And I hope that this is going to be the next step for mixed reality. Hey, Gigodon.
Yeah. Hi, Guy.
Sorry.
Sorry to bitch about your amazing app, but I totally get it. It's like probably complicated enough to make single player, but if in the
Hmm.
future, dear Guy, you have some spare time, think about it.
Yeah.
This would really like wow, it would be so good. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope we'll get those kind of shared mixed reality
Yeah.
experiences.
Big screen should make it
Um,
happen. Big
mhm.
screen. Exactly. This is the app for watching movies, right? So it just makes sense to include that mixed reality mode and shared space thingy where yeah we
Mhm.
could just set it up.
So, I mean, there are some games that do that, location-based games like Spatial Ops. You're playing as a local multiplayer, so all the people are in the same room, and all the obstacles are positioned in the ways that they're the same for everyone, because they're running around
Right.
shooting each other, so they have to hide behind the same walls. It would make no sense if they're different for everyone.
Yeah,
So,
you're right.
yeah, I want to see more like that. But of course, that is not the priority for developers because it requires more than one person to have a headset in the same room,
Exactly. That
and
seldom
it's already
happens.
hard enough. It's hard enough to get one person to have a headset,
Right,
right?
right. It doesn't
So
probably that's why, right? It just doesn't make sense to put so much time into it. Like it must be so complex. It must add so much complexity. Is it a word complex?
complexity.
Complexity. That's the word. It would put so much complexity into the app to make it happen, to make it work, and not
Yeah.
many people have it. But there will be a time where everyone has a device like that, and then the apps that have that will be great. so so it is. I think it should be on somewhere on the roadmap because more and more people will
Mhm.
have two devices there, and it will be more magical to have that
Yeah,
shared experience,
absolutely.
right? So what else is there which fascinated you using for mixed reality?
Um, For mixed reality, I mean, I have to agree. I do want to just play more and more of the games that I've known before about, like the Twist X is the new one. It's kind of like a Tetris-like game. Cubism is good.
Cubism is
There's
great.
a Meteor VR. It's a cool little game where there are asteroids in your room and you're using your hands like an Iron Man to kind of shoot them. It's
Yeah.
really, really fun. And if you do check out that game, because I helped the developers promote it a little bit, they added Disco VR skins.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So you'll find.
I want to be in games too. Are you kidding me? Where's the MRTV skin?
Yeah.
Where
So
is?
there's a glove skin and has a Disco VR logo and a cool
Cool.
kind of blue and purple fingers. It's so, so fun. So
Nice.
anyway, I played that. But here's the thing. I'm really looking forward to the games that are, almost ready to come out, like Assassin's Creed,
Right.
Nexus,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, Lego Brick Tales,
Oh, that
Asgard's
game.
Wrath. I
Oh,
mean, so many fun games are coming, and what we've been told is that there's so many more in development that nobody's allowed to talk about, but we are gonna freak out. So I'm just here, like, waiting impatiently to see all those games that will be coming out. So yeah, definitely just killing my time with the games that I've already played, which are
right.
still very, very cool on Quest 3. Literally every game,
Yeah, no, you're right.
like every single game that you play on Quest 3 compared to Quest 2 has like a 30% graphics boost just because of the higher resolution. Like, that's a fact. And then there are some games that received a dedicated improvement. I think I made a list of the games that had an upgrade in visual performance and textures and fog and all kinds of stuff just for Quest 3. But every game receives a 30% graphics boost, which is amazing.
This is fantastic. Really good. And I could tell whenever I played some game, it felt like, okay, I want to stay here. So I played one of my favorite games. It's In Death. It's already old, right? It's just like this kind of bow and arrow shooting game.
Huh.
And I simply lost myself just playing it in the Quest 3, which seldom happens. I feel like I simply want to go on playing. So yeah, it does something very, very right, this device. Fantastic.
I know. I wish I had more time to play with it. It's it's so hard. It's so hard to find the time with the little one, but
Right.
it's fine. VR is always going to be here. You know, this is more important, but it's just here waiting for me when the moment comes. Oh, there's
Exactly.
also Seventh Guest, a really cool kind of escape room game. If you
Okay. Tell me
Seventh
more about
Guest,
it. I've heard actually some good things about it.
yeah. I already have it. Like, I was ready to play it yesterday, but of course things didn't go my way, and I didn't get to play any VR yesterday. But I played it a little bit when I got access to the early demo. It it's it reminded me of The Room, my all-time favorite escape
Right.
room,
Right.
but even better because the graphics are even better. And they even did the, what is it called, the volumetric scan of people.
Okay.
So the ghosts in the game or the people in the game are actual actors. They were
So
scanned
cool.
like in
Okay.
3D, so you can walk around them, and they are actors. They are not
Wow.
just 3D, models that were generated in one of the, what, like Blender or whatever. They are actors who were brought in the game in 3D.
Nice.
It's so fun to watch them and to see them, like, interact. But also the puzzles, if you love a good puzzle game, yes, it's Seventh Guest.
Cool.
It's just a really cool puzzle game, really creepy, not scary. You're in this mansion.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Good that
not
it's not
scary.
good that it's not
It's just,
scary. Creepy is
yeah,
okay, but scary,
it's
I don't want that in my life. I don't
it's
like
it
scary.
has some creepy elements to it. For
Yeah.
example, I made a short about it. There are pictures, like paintings on the walls,
Okay.
right? So there are
And they
paintings. They
start
look like,
to move or what?
almost. They look like normal paintings, but you have a flashlight,
Okay.
and it's kind of like a ghost flashlight or something. When
Oh.
you light on something, it shows its true nature, I guess.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can
Okay.
light on a painting of a woman, And then you will see that instead of a head, she has, instead of a face, she has a skull.
Okay. Okay.
Or different like creepy stuff like that. Like you know,
Oh, that sounds
a
interesting
baby
though.
starts having red eyes
Oh
or like
wow.
horns or something like that. It's creepy.
Wow, that
Very,
sounds
very
interesting.
creepy.
That sounds
So, but it's
interesting
not
though.
scary. It doesn't have jump
Okay.
scares. It's a puzzle game. So I really love it. I can't wait to play more of it.
Nice. Yeah, it's good news that we're getting so many games. Like they said, right? 50 new games and 50 of old games which will be augmented or they'll get some kind of makeover. So lots of things to still play in 2023. And then 2024 is going to come and yeah, hopefully blows away. But no GTA San Andreas. What's going on with that game? Is it still coming or what?
Nobody knows that. I don't know that
Yeah.
either,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
I
I
want
have a
it.
bad feeling about it because it's been brought up so many times by the community. If it is really one of the games that they are planning to release, one of the hundreds games that they promised us by the end of the year, then I don't really see the point of hiding it for so long, since
Exactly.
they've already talked about it a year
Right.
ago. Like
Agreed.
they've already mentioned it.
Agreed.
So
No Sign of
it
Life
doesn't
is
look good.
strange. Yeah, I agree with you. That's bad.
Mhm.
By the way, thank you so much, Norman Robinson. Hi, Norman in the Bermudas for donating $5. Thank you so much for that. Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's close down today a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Right?
So, because we need more time to play. We are
We
right.
need exactly. We
You
need.
just can't wait to get back.
I
That's why.
really want to play this a bit more, right? So let's just get into VR. It was great to talk with you today, Tatiana. Loved it, of course, as always. And if you out there also enjoyed our talk, then why don't you give us a thumbs up right now and also leave a comment so that YouTube will know, yes, 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 I like that show. And if you really love that show, it would be even better if you would get out your iPhone or iPad right now, open the podcast app, find us, and give us a 5-star review so that more people could find this incredible podcast. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's everything that we got for today. Or Tiana, do you still have some finishing last words for today?
Oh yeah, I already played GTA. I'm just like messing with you. I
Yeah,
already know
yeah, of
everything about
course,
it.
of
No, I'm
course.
just
You are in it. You are in GTA, right? Just
I am in every game.
yeah,
Just
really?
look pretty strict.
Yeah,
No,
just
no,
to
no,
make
no.
fun of me that MRTV Sebastian is still in no game. You will be there in the opening credits.
Yeah.
Like, hi Sebastian, look at me. I'm in GTA and you're nowhere to be found. Loser.
Yeah. No, no, no. But it is fun to do that. I know that some YouTubers are actively seeking like a voice acting gigs,
I would do
which can be
everything.
really fun. You should make an announcement like you're looking for voice acting gigs, which can
Okay.
be a tab for people like us, with accents. Most of the developers they want to have like a native English accent in their games.
No, I will play the German guy. The German. I play the evil guy, the evil German in a World War II game. I do everything. Just put me in that game already.
Have you ever played the game called The Patcher?
No.
Okay, well, it's like I think it's a wave shooter or something, but I don't even know if that's coming out, but I did do a little voice acting gig for
Oh,
them.
really? Okay, cool.
I don't know if it's gonna come out. I don't know when or how, but there is some character, some kind of babushka, and I did my best Slavic accent there.
I love it. I love it. That's so cool.
We'll
That's
see how
so-
it comes out. It's pretty funny. So
Nice.
we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, great. Looking forward to find out more about that. Yeah, so that's everything that we got for today for the first episode of season 4 of the Next Dimension podcast. Give it a thumbs up, and we are looking forward to hear and see you next week. Until then, bye-bye.
See ya.
Yeah, it is so surprising how you're getting into all these games. That's really cool. That is
Well, it should be happening.
yeah. Yeah.
It should be happening. The developers love kind of engaging with creators in
It
there. I
makes
think
makes sense.
yeah,
It makes sense, right?
if you look for these opportunities, I mean, maybe they'll
Yeah.
come up because it is. I don't think I'm in that many games, to be honest.
Okay.
There are other creators that are literally everywhere. I mean, Pixel Ripped. Have you played
Yeah,
Pixel
yeah,
Ripped, the new
I
one?
saw that. I saw that there also in the first one there were even some creators.
Yeah, yeah. So they will like pick up a phone and I hear Nathi speaking to me like,
Right,
"What the
right.
heck, Nathi? Like,
I
what are
love
you
it.
doing there?"
I love it. I love it.
Something like that. Some designs, special designs of starships in some racing games. I wasn't invited to
Right,
those kind of things,
right. I
but
saw that. I saw that as well. It's
um,
a cool idea. It's a cool
yeah,
idea because obviously we creators then will feature the game more because we're excited about it, right? So it makes sense. It's just a win-win scenario. It's a good thing. So I really want to be in them. So
yeah,
dear developers out there, right? If you have any use for some guy with a German accent, I'm here. I'm here waiting for you. I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. So think about it.
yeah. Yep. So yeah, VR field is just so much fun in general. Like there's
It is.
so many cool things you can do here. It's very exciting.
Exactly. All right. So let's finish today's episode. Thanks for still being here. And don't forget the thumbs up. And we're looking forward to see you next one. Until then, bye bye.
Bye.